crossover matchup. We just saw a thriller between Colombia and Argentina and went to double overtime. Colombia coming away with a 2-point victory. Later on, we'll see Dominican Republic take on Canada and Puerto Rico and Mexico in the last game here in the group phase. There is the group standings. As I said, Team USA and Brazil already punched their ticket to the semifinals. This for first place in the group. Carlin Gay alongside Natalia Melendez. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you're doing so. Get an opportunity now to see starting lineup for the 12 for Brazil. Playing for Coach Neto, and as they get introduced, they've played 3 games. The rivals in the first game, Argentina, they were able to blow them out by 20. They defeated Paraguay. They defeated Colombia. Now they have their toughest test of the tournament so far.
This team, Brazilian team, is playing better and better as the tournament advances. They have a very, very strong inside game, an outside game as well with Dos Santos and De Sousa. They will have a tough challenge today. I'm curious to see how that goes. Because for the first time in the tournament, they will be playing players that are as strong as they are, as tall as they are, and as good as they are. So it will be a good matchup on the post. Their long-range shot today will be very important.
There is head coach Jose Neto in the middle with his coaching staff. And now we'll get a chance to look at Team USA, who are also undefeated. They've looked good all tournament long, led, of course, by Sylvia Fowles, 17 points, 8 rebounds. But she had a tough game against Argentina, getting into foul trouble throughout yesterday.
It was very physical. This USA team is a very complete team. Spectacular game inside with Fowles, Charles, and Dawson coming off the bench. Good guards in Canada and Sky. Their engine is a gumbawale.
You got it.
It's the third day. I better got it. Very tough player, very creative, very offensive player. So this will be a good match today. As you say, they both are already in the semifinals. They are just looking to see who are they going to play against from Group A.
The winner of this game will cross over and play the second-place team in Group A. Right now, as it sits, Puerto Rico and Canada have already qualified. Canada undefeated at 3-0. If they win, they lock up the top spot. Puerto Rico can only finish second place, so they'll play the winner of this game. Canada will play the loser on Saturday. We'll break now for the national anthems, first from Brazil, then from the United States. All right, with the national anthems played, two teams will shake hands at center court, exchange gifts. And once they clear the way, we'll get a chance to see the three officials who will be in charge of this matchup. There they are. Beto Mota, Garcia Sanchez, and Amico Rodriguez. A lot of handshakes for them right now. All right, let's talk about Brazil's roster here. We discussed that they haven't had to really be faced with a team as big or as strong or as physical as them. Team USA clearly matches up size-wise. Here's the 12 for the legendary Jose Neta.
They have dominated all the team they faced so far in the paint with De Sousa and Dos Santos, because their inside game is very solid. Dantas is not too way behind that. She's a 3-4, but she can play. You know, she play in front of the basket, but she can also post and be strong in on the paint. Tejera, Paisao, Dos Santos, Dantas, Acosta. That's the same starting lineup from yesterday's game. Their three of guards is very good too. Goncalo coming out the bench, Paisao. Very curious to see what they bring today to this game. It will be an exciting matchup in every position.
#1 team in the world, Team USA. There's Dawn Staley's 12. Silvia Fowles had foul trouble yesterday against Argentina. Limited her to a small role in their big win over Argentina, but here's the starting lineup for Team USA.
Fowles, Charles, Canada, DeShields, and Collier. Same as yesterday as well. Fowles been owning this tournament, 16 points, 8 rebounds. That her average. Ogumbo Wally, as I said, she's always in attack mode. But we have to talk about Dawson. Dawson have only been playing 16 minutes, and she averaged 10 points and 4 rebounds. She's been doing an amazing, amazing job.
Definitely has coming off the bench for Dawn Staley and her bunch.
Something that I saw yesterday, Tina Charles is averaging 4 assists. That high-low game between her and Fowles, there it is.
Yeah, has been terrific. You've always pointed that out. It's going to be a handful for that man's team. But this is the first time Team USA, on the other end, has really had to play a team with any sort of size here in Puerto Rico. Coach Nato drawing up a set. Let's listen in, see if we can pick something up. There, Dawn Staley instructing her bunch to just be patient, feeling as though Brazil might start to reach and foul and get themselves into trouble if they're forced to guard the entire 24-second clock. Join in the conversation on social media using the hashtag AmeriCupWomen. It's the final game of the group phase for both these teams. They already know they're playing in Saturday's semifinal. We're just playing for seeding now from Group B. Murphy Mota will get us started. Santos and Fowles will jump. Charles in the open floor lays it up and in for the first two. Team USA in the white jerseys. Brazil in the road green. Carlin Gay alongside Natalia Melendez. Thanks for joining us here for the FIBA Women's AmeriCup here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Just saw a thrilling game between Argentina and Colombia go to double overtime. If this game ahead of us is half as good as that one, it'll be great. And already Fowles with a foul there. That's her first. As we said off the top, she's had foul trouble.
She must be thinking, minutes. Not again.
Yeah. Here's the Tina Charles lay-in right off the tip. free throw there, good for Paisao. It's going to be important for Brazil to convert at the free throw line, take every opportunity they can get. They shoot 77% as a team coming into this game. Paisao went 1 of 2 from the line there. There's Canada looking for help now. The Shields right to the basket, lays it up and in. It's Costa. Paisao. Dantas. Dos Santos left alone. She fires, can't get it to go. Collier with the rebound. Patty Teixeira guarding the Shields. She has a tough matchup in front of her, and the Shields comes up firing, misses there. Paisao with the rebound. Dos Santos will look to go to work on the block. They're going to repost her. Slapped away by Collier, and she comes away with a pickpocket. The Shields tripped up. Canada will collect that loose ball. Fouls the Charles. The hook shot is there, no good. She wanted a foul, and will go the other way after it was last touched by Collier. You can already see it's going to be a physical game, and that's something Brazil is going to have to match with, seeing as they don't have the size. Have to try and knock the Americans around. There's Teixeira. She pulls up, unable to hit there. Dantas on the offensive glass, can't get it to go. Collier, the Shields, pulls up for 2. Nice looking jump shot there by Diamond the Shields.
Shields will be a challenge today for Patty. She's a great defender, but she's never seen in this tournament a player like Shields.
Well, she's athletically gifted, isn't she?
She
Able
is.
to do everything on the floor. Attempted pass slapped away by Fouls. 10 on the shot clock for Brazil. Let's see that replay by the Shields. Dantas will take the 3. She can hit that shot.
And they will need that shot from her, making the USA team, get out of the paint.
She's averaging 14.7 points per game.
Good pass.
For Brazil, a nice pass indeed. Sylvia Fouls gets her first 2.
First assist as well. Tina Charles' first assist.
Just mentioned that the high-low has been there all tournament long for Team USA. Dos Santos hesitates. Dantas and to Teixeira. Teixeira with the hesitation. She gets double teamed. Now Dantas, step back. That's a 3. Got it! Good sign for Dantas. She shoots 40% from 3-point range in this tournament. Hit her first 2 to start. But on the other end, Collier was wide open and knocked down the mid-range. Ball picked off, telegraph pass there by Costa, and timing the Shields in the open floor is almost unstoppable.
She flies. She don't run, she flies.
So we're gonna have to cut down on the turnovers. That's something that has plagued them the entire tournament. They haven't really faced a team that's made them pay the price. Fast break opportunities. Teixeira, no good there. Shields again in the open floor. She's bumped, and she'll go to the line for 2. Paisao can't believe it.
There's a little bump there. United States is trying to establish the fast break. That's something we really started seeing from them yesterday, because they insisted on the first 2 games, in the middle court game, going to the players in the inside. It's the first time we see the USA team trying to establish their fast break game early on.
Shields misses the first free throw. Dawn Staley has been consistent with her message. Play the game, not the score. Obviously, the first 3 games that they've played has been a couple blowouts. Now the rest of the way, they'll be playing teams with a little bit more talent and size especially. Santos, Teixeira hesitates, now drives in. Nice layup there by Patty Teixeira. It's her first 2. Reduces the lead to 4. Charles. Charles puts it on the deck. Dantas staying with her. Charles, nice move. Tina Charles still has it.
5 times All-Star, 5 times first team All-NBA, 2 Olympic medals, 2012, 2016. Amazing player.
Sal for 3, in and out. And fouls, pulls down the rebound, fires it over to Canada. Canada looking to push the tempo. Costa wants some help, and Canada lost it out of bounds. She smiles knowing that there was a missed opportunity there. Costa's going to have her hands full. Not only guarding Canada, but Gumbawale coming off the bench as well. Dantas looking for 3 in a row. That's her first miss from long range. Offensive rebound by Brazil. Costa now penetrating. As fouls stop her momentum there. 1 to shoot. Dantas fires in front of the rim, and Collier will vacuum it in. Here's the Shields. Deborah Costa in front of her. The feed inside. The Shields gets the ricochet and puts it up and in. So Diamond DeShields has come to play. 9 points early on. 4-5 from the field. Team USA, as expected, dominating the paint so far. 12-2 points in the paint. Make it 12. Still 12-2. I thought that was going to go down with a wide open layup missed there by Paisao. Canada. Charles will fire. Indeed. Tina Charles. Right now it's a Diamond DeShields Tina Charles show.
Yes.
Paisao. Inside Dos Santos. Nice. Good job of using the rim to protect away from fouls. 19-11, 3:40 to play here in the first quarter. Last game in the group phase for both these teams. Brazil falling back into a 2-3 zone. Charles, DeShields will attack baseline. DeShields is bumped. Couldn't get the bucket, but Tina Charles is there to clean up the mess. DeShields thought she was fouled.
Brazil rotate very well on that play, but they cannot allow USA to get those offensive rebounds.
Sykes, Dolson, and Agumbawale waiting to check in at the next whistle. With Dos Santos. Costa for 3. Indeed.
Brazil is 3 of 6 from the 3-point line.
One way they could stay in the game is knocking down the trifecta. Collier to the corner. Canada will try to answer the 3. She does. It's the first 3-pointer of the game for Jordan Canada and for Team USA. Back to a 10-point game. Dantas. There's Teixeira. Teixeira driving in, floats it up. Oh, what a tough shot by Patty Teixeira.
That was a tough one.
Well, she's going to make that. It'll be a long night for Diamond DeShields. Dantas almost coming away with the steal. Fouls from the foul line, can't get it to go, and Dantas with the rebound. Teixeira will push the other way. Dantas back to Patty. Patty shows the up fake. Nice feed inside to Dos Santos, but she left it short. And Collier the rebound. And Teixeira picks up the foul there, stopping the break. It's her first foul. And it'll allow some fresh faces to come in for both sides. Ramona, De Sousa, and Montero comes into the game for Brazil. Only Costa and Dantas remain from the starting lineup for Brazil as we get you back to live action. Agumbawale, who just checked into the game. Hard screen there by Dolson on Ramona. Now Dolson, cross-court pass. Canada launching a 3. Missed that one. And Montero comes down with the rebound. There's De Sousa. She likes to operate from the post. Montero traveled. Probably should have took the shot.
Yeah, She travels, but she needs to do that. She needs to attack in offense.
So for third turnover from Brazil. Olsen. Inside, they go to Charles. No shot, foul before the shot. They say it's on the ground. Charles wanted the and one. Dantas picks up her first. She's gonna have to stay out of foul trouble. Her hand was all over the back of Tina Charles.
In the case of Dantas, she's used to this competition. She played in the WNBA with Minnesota. She knows what she was facing today.
Canada pulls for two. It's too strong. Costa will push the other way. A couple of former or current WNBA players on Brazil. So they're used to this level of competition and, more importantly, physicality. Another turnover, though, however, for Team Green. For Sykes, her first touch of the ball. Gumbawale will pull for three. Thought she got hit, goes out of bounds and will go the other way. Gumbawale saying, hey, either I was fouled or was tipped. I don't shoot air balls that often.
Welcome to FIBA.
Here's Montero. Sousa waits for Costa to come off. She'll hand it to her. Montero will pull for three. Off the glass, in and out. And Tina Charles feeds a Gumbawale. Head of steam is poked out of her hands by Montero. Good defense, and then Gumbawale picks up the foul, trying to get possession back from Ramona.
It's difficult for some players to get, to deal with the FIBA whistle, because you expect in other leagues that as soon as you get bumped or hit, you will hear the whistle. Here you have to continue playing.
It's definitely an adjustment to make. See it often on both the men and women's side. Dantas another three, can't hit that one. And that's how we'll end the first quarter. Good pace to the quarter. 24-16, Team USA in front after 10 minutes. Reminder, you can follow at FIBA on all social media platforms. Use the hashtag AmeriCup Women. There are the statistics from the first 10 minutes of play, Team USA. And Brazil here in a battle for first place in Group B. Tina Charles has gotten off to a good start. So has Diamond De Shields. But Jamidas Dantas has knocked down a couple threes, kept Brazil close. Patty Teixeira, a couple drives. What have you liked from both sides?
In the case of the USA, as you said, Tina Charles has been amazing so far with 8 points. The Shield doing a great job attacking the defense. She have 9. In the other hand, Brazil is doing a very good job on the boards. Trying to control the USA. They're losing 11-7, but that's not bad. What it needs to be told is that the US only have 1 offensive rebound. They have not been able to score from the offensive rebound. That's something we saw in the games before, and it will be great for them if they can continue doing that.
Especially considering they're in a 2-3 zone to close that quarter. They've rebounded well out of the zone. On the other end, Brazil has turned the ball over 4 times in that quarter. Something that they can clean up here in the second quarter. There you see Gumbawale, Canada, and Sykes on the floor alongside Dolson and Collier. And Montero, Costa, Dantas, Sousa, and Ramona on the floor for Brazil. Here we go, second quarter action. FIBA AmeriCup here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's first time for Brazil where we see De Sousa and Dantas playing on the floor together, and there's De Sousa with a nice catch and finish. Olsen sets the screen for Gumbawale. Now receives the pass from Canada in the corner. Sykes for three, indeed.
That's how you make the other team move from that zone. If you can score from outside, Brazil is going to stay on that zone.
Costa penetrating. Now we'll have to pull it back out. She'll look to take on Canada. Kicks it out. Montero. De Sousa is fouled by Dolson. She also had foul trouble against Argentina. And again, figuring out the whistle is something that has to be done on both sides. Dantas gets free for two.
Good screen from De Sousa.
Dantas with 8. Sykes misses and Dantas vacuums it in. Good box out. Costa. Dantas putting it on the deck. That's not really her game. Montero inside. De Sousa spinning, laying off the glass. Ramona touched it last, will go the other way. That's good defense by Stephanie Dolson, staying down on the fakes. Here comes Sylvia Fowles back into the game, checking in for Canada. Canada getting her first break. We'll see a much bigger lineup on the floor now for Team USA. Gumbawale will play the 1.
The 1.
Costa picks up the foul there.
That's another thing the US have, as well as Canada. They have universal players that can play many positions.
We'll see Canada in the next game taking on the Dominican Republic. They're undefeated here in Puerto Rico as well. There's a Gumbawale. Pulls up for 2, indeed.
Beautiful.
She can look for her offense at any time. She has 4 and counting. Where she gets dangerous is when she's looking to facilitate and create for others. Dantas' call for the moving screen, and that has been a consistent call here in San Juan all week long. If you're not set, they're going to blow that whistle. Plus, that will leave the game and give us an opportunity to look at Elena Goncalo right there on your screen the first time we see her. Dolson knocks down the jumper. Lead stretches to 11 now for the Americans.
Her efficiency in this tournament has been high.
Really has. She's come off the bench, as you said. She's played limited minutes, 16 minutes.
60 minutes.
She's averaged 10 points, 4.3 boards. And a shot coming into this game, 94% from the field. Goncalo for 3. That's way off. Sykes will push the other way. Sykes with a good crossover down the lane, handed it off to Fowles, who was standing on the baseline, and that's a turnover. Timeout on the floor for Brazil. 31-20 is your score with 7:24 to play here in the second quarter.
Não dá para vacilar aqui, saber se eu vou para cá, se eu vou para lá. Esse tempo ela está cortando, está chutando. Então, já sabendo, se você escutou passa, ataque a bola e você passa junto. Eles estão dando falta de ataque. Encostou no bloqueio, o bloqueio mexeu um pouquinho, dando falta de ataque.
Take care of the ball too. Yep. Hey, let's run dodge. Okay. Go to loose side. Okay, go to loose side. Okay. So loose here, Enrique's here. Yep. Still, Britt. Okay, step. Okay. Hitter, come over, reverse the ball. Come to this side, okay? Follow the ball. Boom. On the dive, you're going to have the one more with Lou or Enrique, okay? Here we go.
Execute. 1, 2, 3.
Execute. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
You heard the play drawn up by the legendary coach, Don Staley. Sounded like it was for Katie Lou Samuelson, who's checked into the game for the first time. What was said in the Brazilian huddle?
They were also organizing their offense. He wants them to attack more, attack the gaps.
Let's see if Goncalo is able to do that. Montero, another moving screen call, this time on De Sousa. Will go the other way. And a warning to the Brazilian bench now. Coach Nato.
He had a tech yesterday.
He did. He's gonna have to be careful to not pick it up here early on in this one. His team down 11 at the moment. Olsen. Gombowale will pull for 2. Got it.
Her second mid-range.
Quickly the other way, De Sousa running the floor and able to get the basket. 2 fists in the air. A celebration for her. All slapped out of Samuelson's hands by Goncalo, but Brazil unable to corral. 13 on the shot clock for the Americans to work with. That last bucket by Gombowale. Sykes will pull for 3. Montero couldn't corral it. It will stay this side with 14 on the clock. Brazil hasn't been shy taking the 3. They've already shot 10. 2 of them knocked down by Dantas, but she's sitting on the bench right now. Gombowale just saving it. Samuelson will tee up a 3. Indeed. Well, she struggled from the field in the first 2 games, found a rhythm yesterday against Argentina, and knocks down her first today against Brazil.
USA is 3 of 6 from the three-point line.
Here's Goncalo. Montero. Dos Santos pulls up for 2. Gombowale rebounds, looks to run the other way. Here's Sykes in front. Fouls was posting on Dos Santos. She wanted the ball. Samuelson wanted another one from 3, but couldn't connect that time, and the lead stays at 14. Ramona takes her first shot, knocks it down. Sylvia Fowles, nice pass inside to Dolson, counted and 1. Fowles have been begging for a touch the last couple of possessions, finally got one and made something happen.
That pass from Fowles, the way Dolson cut to the basket, you know, is an art to know how to play without the ball.
Sykes will leave the game. Shields checks back in, and Tati Pacheco comes into the game for Brazil. Also missed a free throw, so Tina Charles will have to wait till the next whistle to come back in. That whistle comes now, and here comes Dolson out of the game for Charles.
It's another turnover for Brazil. 7th so far.
5:12 to play here in the second quarter. Once off turnovers, 6-0 for Team USA. Foul as Tati was holding Katie Samuelson.
She knows she have to go in the screen with her. She cannot go behind the screen because this is a good shooter. She's trying to follow her.
It's the 15th foul for Brazil, so that will send Samuelson to the line. And with 5:01 to play here in the first half, that's not a great sign for Brazil. They don't want to give Team USA more opportunities at scoring. The clock stopped. Ron Staley looking on, nodding in approval. Samuelson, just 22 years of age. He's averaged 8.3 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and was shooting 67% from the free throw line coming into this game. Knocks down those 2. She's a great shooter. Ramona driving in. Able to get the roll.
She's effective today, 4 points. She's been struggling throughout the tournament. Yesterday we saw some bright moments from her, but she's a way better player that we've seen so far. I'm glad she already had 4, and then, you know, she's getting into the rhythm of the game.
Charles with the floater, no good. Goncalo will push the other way. Ramona asking for it. Here she is on the wing. Santos got Charles in the air, now penetrates. Floater's not there for her, and Charles rips it out of her hands. DeShields weaving her way through traffic. DeShields right to the basket. Boy, she's dynamite in the open floor, 11 and counting.
I don't even know what to say. That was a tough shot.
(6-2) fast break points in favor of Team USA. Sousa has been wanting it on the block. Haven't been able to get it to her. Tati Pacheco driving in, fouls her, and Tati will go to the line for one more. Nice move by Pacheco. Throwing it up high enough to get out of the extended arm from Silvia Fowles, and Fowles with another foul will now go back to the bench with 2.
The Brazilians are doing exactly what Neto told them on that timeout. He said everybody needs to be on attack mode. On offense, 8 players from Brazil already scored.
Pacheco now with 3 after converting on that old-fashioned three-point play. 3:40 to play here in the second quarter. And a foul on De Sousa. I'll check that it's on Elena Goncalo. And that will send Enrique Gombowale to the free throw line. Gombowale just 22 years of age. She's come off the bench here at the AmeriCup. She's been averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds, and shooting 31% from three-point range. She'd like to see that number go up a little bit as she knocks down both free throws.
I learned from her, and I will never forget about her after seeing her in that NCAA tournament with Notre Dame.
Hitting the big game winner to seal the deal. There see Erica De Sousa with a nice move. She finally got the ball in the post and made Team USA pay. She has 6. Nice move by Williams. That's her first 2. That was a tough catch to make. Was able to elude the defense. Sosa is going to be asking for it again. They deliver. Cross-court pass. Pacheco for 3.
But you have 6.
Shields crossing over on Ramona, now weaving her way through traffic. The floater is there. I'm in the Shields feeling as though momentum was slipping away from Team USA, and she said, give me the basketball, let me go to work.
I'll take care of it.
Now trying to do it on the defensive end. De Sousa. Pacheco just hit one. She gives it back inside to Sosa. Nice move blocked by Williams, what they're going to call a foul. And they're saying that Williams got her on the body. I'll send De Sousa to the line for 2.
A 2-man game between Tati and De Sousa. It was nice.
It's the first foul for Williams. This is a chance to look at the captain, 37-year-old Erica De Sousa. She's come off the bench, 18 minutes per game, 7.3 points, 8 rebounds. She's normally a pretty good free throw shooter. Samuelson and DeShields laughing about the fact that the referees kind of
Thought it was just one.
Yeah, I thought it was an and one opportunity. I had a 2-on-0 break. Sousa will take her second free throw. Knocks it down. First time we see some pressure from Brazil here. Samuelson to the corner. The Shields spinning in the lane. Nice move. Kisses it off the glass.
She's 78% from the field.
Looked good to start this one. Sousa kicks it back out. Paisal for two. Indeed.
If they trap the Sousa, they do have the players in the perimeter to make those mid-range and long-range shots.
Gumbawale comes off the screen firing, can't get it to go. Charles puts it back up. She thought she was fouled. Samuelson from the corner off the offensive rebound, knocks down the three. It's her second three-pointer of the afternoon. She has 8. Costa wants to give it inside to Sousa. Dantas is back in, and Williams is called for the foul. It's going to be the 14th foul for Team USA with 1:16 to play in the half. They no longer have one to give. Didn't see much there on the replay, but here's Katie Liu. Left all alone from 3, and if you leave her that open, she's going to knock it down. Dantas. Driving the lane, bucket and the foul. Tina Charles frustrated after that basket. Good Dantas. Tough move there.
They were expecting a handoff. She decided to attack the basket. The help didn't get there on time. Good move.
Picture perfect free throw there by Dantas. It's a 12-point lead for Team USA. Dantas with 11. The Shields attacking again. Throws it out to the corner. Samuelson inside to Williams. She's double teamed. Looking for help. Almost threw it away. Ogumbawale with 3 on the clock. Floats it up. Can't get it to go. Charles was fouled underneath by Costa. Costa kind of undercut her as she was trying to box her out. That's her second foul. Give us a chance to look at Tina Charles from the line, 30 years of age. She hasn't been averaging many points, but facilitating the offense from the high post. 4.7 assists, as you said, to start this tournament. Now with 9 points in the game. The first free throw miss for Tina Charles here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. She was shooting 100% before that one for the entire tournament. Sousa. Dantas. Inside to De Sousa. Tough catch. Couldn't get the finish. Here's the Shields galloping her way up. Katie Liu throws it back out to Ogumbawale, who will hold for the last shot. Shot clock, game clock, almost identical. Ogumbawale. Samuelson at the buzzer. And that's how we'll end the second quarter. Well, Brazil battling only down 13 at the half here at the AmeriCup here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. As you see Brazil walking off the floor, They've had some good moments in that first half. Take a look at the halftime statistics. America's shooting a high percentage from the field, but as is Brazil, just in the turnover has really been the story. 7 of them in the half.
Brazil is doing a very good job on that 2-3 zone that they have presented. By being in a zone, it's easier for them to rebound, not letting the USA have second chances in offensive rebounds. They are also shooting very well from the outside. That helps too. And that thing that they are doing, insisting on the inside with the Sosa, it's giving them a lot of options in the offensive side. In the other side, in the USA side, the Shield is doing great, 15 points. I think they need to make some adjustments in defense as well as in the offense. But in the beginning of the game, they started, their fast break game, and they looked very good. They stopped doing that. Of course, it has to do a lot with the work that Brazil is doing on the rebounds. But we will probably see a more aggressive USA team in the second part of the game.
Demetrius Dantas, 11 points to lead Brazil at the half. As you mentioned, Diamond DeShields has been terrific with 15 for Team USA. Tina Charles with 9 and 7. It's a 13-point lead. Team USA in front of Brazil after 20 minutes. We'll be back with the second half. Enjoy the first half highlights. that. Lorente driving inside. Floater, got it. Here's Rosado. Oh, what a spin. Pulls up, Rosado. That's the crowd fired up here in Puerto Rico.
She knows it was a beautiful, beautiful basket. Probably will be one of the top 5 that FIBA does.
Definitely would be added to our top 5 play of the day. What a block by Williams. The ball moved there by the Americans, and with the volley, the foul. Started off with the block by Williams.
sai aqui. Olha, daí tá fazendo isso. Ele vai conseguir colocar a bola nele. Se não der, pode passar a bola aqui na Dali. Pode ensinar a mão. Certo?
Let's pull out stack, okay? Stack. We haven't run it the whole first half. Just be patient, huh? The original, yes, the original. We'll call the adjustment to that. The original way. So be patient. You don't even have to end screen, okay? Don't let Tina run off of you. Okay? Let's go, let's go. Right away. Be aggressive. Let's do it, okay?
We heard the huddle there for Dawn Staley and her bunch. They enjoy a 13-point advantage at the half. Both Brazil and Team USA undefeated in the group stage to this point, 3-0. Winner of this game tops Group B and will play the second seed in Group A on Saturday in the semifinal. Carlin Gay alongside Natalia Melendez. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you're doing so. It's FIBA Women's AmeriCup 2019 here from San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's been a good battle so far. Brazil has shown signs. What do they need to improve on here in the second half, Natalia?
Brazil? I think they're doing pretty good at the moment. Maybe, I don't know, higher their long shot percentage a little bit, but I think they're doing very well. They're doing what they have to do, taking the ball inside.
You're able to get back into the game by doing that, feeding it inside to De Sousa and Dos Santos. And Dantas. De Sousa picks up the foul quickly as Silvia Fowles, who's back in the game, has played limited minutes due to foul trouble.
I was going to say maybe control the shields a little bit, but, I mean, you cannot control these 5 players. It's not human.
The Shields, right on cue, knocks down the jump shot.
I told you.
17 points and counting for her. When she's aggressive, she's just almost unguardable here in Puerto Rico. De Sousa catches it inside. Fouls before the shot, and that's another personal foul on Silvia Fowles. So she now has 3 in the game, and again in foul trouble. She really couldn't get in the rhythm against Argentina yesterday. Picked up 4 fouls and had to sit. Not like she was needed. It was a 50-point win for Team USA, but now she's picked up 3 fouls. See how aggressive she is defensively, or offensively rather, the rest of the way here. Shot missed by Dantas inside. Collier posting, blocked by Paisal, but she got a lot of arm as well. And Collier will go to the line for 2.
Beautiful high-low there. Nice pass.
Second foul on Paisal. Collier knocks down the first free throw. See Dawn Staley talking to her young point guard, Jordan Canada. Canada has been terrific in this tournament so far at pushing the tempo when time has been needed. Leads the team in assists. Foul away from the basketball as the Shields and Teixeira go to the ground. See the 5 on the floor for Team USA. $16 on the clock for Brazil to work with. There's Brazil's 5. Costa for 2. Can't get that to go, and it's vacuumed in by Silvia Fowles. Canada pushing the tempo. Job there by Dantas. Tia Charles will go to work on the much smaller Costa. De Sousa got her hands to it and comes away with the steal. All slapped out of bounds by De Shields as they tried to get it inside to De Sousa. Coach Nato has put his 2 bigs on the floor for the first time this tournament. It's a different type of look that we've seen. De Sousa and Dantas. going to work there. Costa. Teixeira driving hard. Finds De Sousa, falling away.
She have 9.
Big game for her so far. Coming off the bench, providing a punch both offensively and defensively.
Experienced players that have played many, many FIBA games. She knows it.
38 years of age, still getting it done at the high level for this Brazilian national team. Canada inside, fouls, keeps her footwork, and she's going to pick up the offensive foul. That's the 4th foul on Sylvia Fowles, and Dantas is slow to get up as she took that shoulder right to the stomach. Well, it doesn't get any easier for Brazil. Stephanie Dolson will check in. There's a replay. Oof.
That was obvious.
Dantas is back up and ready to play. See if Brazil can take advantage. Fouls being out of the game. Nice cut by Teixeira, but the pass was late. She's still able to corral it. 10 to shoot. Now look to drive on Collier. Tough layup. Doesn't hit the rim. And Tina Charles pulls it down, and here comes Jordan Canada the other way. Canada crossing over right down the lane. Just missed the layup, and Dantas ahead to Teixeira. She's going to stop and hand it inside to Sousa spinning. Dantas left alone for 3. Can't get it to go. Bodies crashing everywhere at the moment. And the Shields powers her way to the hole. No good there, and Dolson will pick up the offensive foul. Dantas doing a good job of frustrating the U.S. big.
She's doing a great job. She plays taller than she is. She's strong, she's smart, but she's very smart.
Seen that all-tournament long. She's put herself in a position to make that all-tournament team that will be announced on Sunday. We have a vote in that. Dantas again picking up another foul, this time on Collier, as she tried to set the screen, and Collier just ran through her. A tough couple of minutes here for Dantas. Isau's jump shot no good. Canada gonna push the rock right to the tin. Nice move. Jordan Canada. Just 5. Santos getting ready to check in for Brazil at the next whistle. Enrique Agumbawale will check in for the U.S. at the next whistle as well. De Sousa falling away. How about Erica De Sousa? Big time game for her. Charles with space now to work. The double does not come, so she goes to work on it, and Dantas fouls her this time.
We expected a battle in the paint, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
It's the biggest team that Team USA has faced here in Puerto Rico as we take a look at De Sousa falling away on 1 foot.
And post players, they look alike. They are offensive, they are defensive, they are good players, they know the game.
Another steal there by De Sousa. Teixeira driving in, layup, can't get it to go. Dos Santos, who just checked into the game, crashing the boards. Team USA come away with it, 3-on-2 opportunity. Canada right to the basket as no one stopped the ball. She missed the layup, but she'll go to the line for 2.
She's trying to fast the pace.
It's a 3rd foul on Paisao. And misses the first free throw. 5 points, 4 assists in this game. First time in the game we'll see her and Enrique Agumbawale on the floor together. Different look in the backcourt for Dawn Staley's bunch. Lead is 16. That's Canada second free throw. Ebra Costa. She's been quiet offensively. Teixeira. Paisao. Almost lost the ball, got it back. Plenty of time for her to work with. Santos putting it on the deck on Tina Charles. And she's fouled on the pass. Doesn't matter because that's the 15th foul on Team USA here in this quarter with 5:33 remaining. Brazil will now go to the line for the rest of the way. Santos knocks down the first free throw.
Fouls are 12 to 14. Very, you know, they're even.
She's had a good tournament, has Clarissa Dos Santos, averaging 12.3 points per game, 9 rebounds. Hasn't played much today, as Brazil has elected to go with De Sousa and Dantas. She's getting some minutes here in the third quarter to try and produce. There's a turnover again by the Americans. We're now 7-7 in terms of turnovers. Brazil doing a better job of taking care of the ball. Team USA is not since the break. Teixeira comes off the screen. Paisao. Dos Santos running baseline. Another foul away from the basketball. Or rather, they're called
Travel.
3 in the key. Gumwale driving inside. That was quick. Brazil had their head down, just walking back defensively, and Gumwale took advantage of it. Move there by Dos Santos.
She have 13. No, Dos Santos have 6.
Sousa does have 13. 14 in green. Here's Dolson. Inside is Charles. Charles with the hook shot. Couldn't get the kind roll. Teixeira. The pass was tapped by DeShields, and now DeShields kicks the ball. So we'll stay here with 17 on the clock.
And with the inside player, the post player is dominating you. You have to do exactly what DeShields did. Put a lot of pressure in the pass, so the ball can't get there.
Well, the first time we see Collado coming into the game for Brazil now. Nadia Collado missed
The last 2 games.
the last 2 games, didn't dress. She's ready to play in this one, see how effective she can be. She came in with Ramona and Montero. Here's Collado, her first touch of the rock, puts it up, left it short. Canada will push the other way. Canada, nice hesitation right to the basket. Freezing Collado. She has 8. Collado down the lane, kept her pivot. Thought she was fouled by Dolson, but Dolson got a piece of the ball. Canada in and out. Dolson wanted Gumawala to cut to the basket. She finally gets free and flies in for the layup. Got the roll. What a tough move by Enrique Gumawala. And that leads to a timeout. 66-48, your score. Team USA starting to roll here in the third quarter.
Jogamos 4 para Ramona, tá bom? Só que vamos começar com a mão da Clarissa. Para você fazer depois
Hey, the best offense for us is pushing in transition. The best offense for us is that. If we ever have to go to our loop, okay? We have to go to our loop high post. The high-low is not going to be there. Go ahead and kick it to the backside. Okay? You can follow the ball team if you're low, and then we might have it in because they'll come close. closing out. All right? Come on. Keep working. Come on, y'all. Keep working.
Heard Dawn Staley say that she loved that little hesitation move by Jordan Canada. As we take a look at Gumbawale's last 2 baskets, tough ones. She's put on a show coming off the bench. She has 9 points to lead all scorers off the pine. And right now, Team USA 66-48. Trying to put the clamps on this one. Good timeout there by Brazil. Let's see what they come out with here.
I think next offensive play, they're going to go with Ramona.
Here she is on the ball. Montero. Collado, who just checked in at the last whistle. Santos looking to go one-on-one on Dolson. Steps back over top of her. Can't get it to go. Tried to follow her miss, and Canada explodes the other way. She got bumped and lost possession. Ramona now. The low dribble. Threw it away. DeShields weaving her way, and she'll lay it in for 2. So strong on the ball. Diamond DeShields able to elude 3 and 4 defenders, now with 19. Charles kicks the ball there. Taylor Samuelson will check back into the game for Jordan Canada. The Americans now put some size on the floors. Samuelson, Dolson, Charles, Gumbawale, and
good pass.
Shields on the floor as Collado with her first 2 here in this one. Found herself alone all by herself underneath the basket. The Shields, she traveled. One thing the Team USA hasn't done is take care of the basketball here in the second half. Hasn't really affected the scoreline, however. It's an 18-point spread. Montero. Launched by DeShields. Collado will set the screen for her. Now we'll roll down the lane. Collado can't get the roll. Gumbawale, tough move. She thought she was hit. Brazil throwing it away for their 10th turnover.
Too many turnovers.
Collado with the quick exit here. Dantas comes back in the game.
She didn't score that much, but she had easy looks, you know. She couldn't make them, but she didn't do that bad.
Considering she hasn't played in the last 2 games.
And it's her hand. It's not like, you know, when you have an injury in your hand, it's difficult.
Canada back in and finds her way back into the paint for an easy layup. It's been a handful for Brazil here in this 3rd quarter. Dos Santos, Ramona. Ramona with the floater from the foul line. And here is Gumbawale back the other way. Gumbawale is trying to direct Charles to roll, but Charles is actually being held by Ramona. That's Ramona's first foul. It's going to be Brazil's 15th foul, which will send Charles to the free throw line. Here's Canada's last layup. So quick.
Too quick.
You love you some Tina Charles.
Hmm?
I said, you love you some Tina Charles.
Yes.
Being one of the constant faces to show up wearing a Team USA jersey. She has a lot of jewelry to show for it. 22-point lead. Montero. Montero driving hard. Tough layup by Montero.
First 2.
Canada trying to shake Goncalo. Tried to feed it inside to Dolson. It was tapped out of her hands and last touched by Team USA.
She said, throw it up.
There's that last layup by Montero. That's a
Nice.
tough move. Wasn't even looking at the basket. See if Brazil can close the quarter on a positive note. Dantas for 3. Offensive foul called on Dos Santos as she was trying to set a screen, but kept moving with it. It's her second foul. Offensive foul allows the Americans an opportunity at the last possession here. Gumbawale. No, she loves these moments. Gives it up. Charles is going to have to shoot. She doesn't. Canada shoots instead. It's about the only miss she's had in the quarter. Came at the end on a fling. That's how we end the first 30 minutes of play here. 72-52. Team USA in front on Brazil. There you see this third quarter statistics. 20-point lead for Team USA. Here are some of the highlights. Dos Santos came off the bench and provided some good energy there for Brazil.
She always does. She's a strong player in the post. On the other hand, there is Canada. The USA team have 18 points in fast break. Most of them have been done by the Shields and Canada. They're pushing the ball down the floor very well so far, and sometimes going coast to coast, as you are seeing right now.
As mentioned, the Shields leading all scorers with 19 points. Collado, who missed the last 2 games with a hand injury, came in and tried to give it a go. It wasn't that effective.
Collado moves. She knows how to do that pick and roll very well. She rolls very good. She's strong, but she needs to be more consistent, making those easy layups. But as we said, she just, she was out for the last 2 games. Her hand is hurt, and she's playing USA.
She's playing the #1 team in the world, Jordan Canada, with 10 points, 5 assists. She's looking for her offense here in the second half. Goncalo, Ramona will start this third quarter in the backcourt for Brazil. Final 10 here for both teams in the group phase. They're both moving on to the semifinals on Saturday. A win here will give Team USA the #1 seed in Group B. They'll play the #2 seed from Group A on Saturday afternoon. Dantas is fouled by Dolson on the pass. Dolson and Sylvia Fowles have been frustrated with the way the whistle has been blown this evening.
These are adjustments that needs to, they need to make eventually, because there's a possibility these 2 teams, you never know, play against.
Very much could in the finals.
The finals.
Last 3 there by Dantas was missed. Canada now looking for help. It's poked out of her hands by Dos Santos. Dos Santos wants help now. Dolson, tough catch and finish. That was athletic by Stephanie Dolson. Goncalo for 3. Goncalo's first triple of the afternoon. It's Dolson. And Fowles is fouled by Dantas. Fowles is playing with 4 fouls, trying to get some playing time. She's tired of sitting on the bench.
Since yesterday.
Yeah, she's been stuck there since the game against Argentina. Here is the tough finish by Stephanie Dolson. Samuelson at the bottom of the screen just waiting for an opening. They don't find her there. That's Dantas' 4th foul. Foul screaming in the paint for a chance. Dolson's 3. It's a rare miss from her. Here's the 5 on the floor for Team USA as Dos Santos and Ramona couldn't connect on that bounce pass. The 5 on the floor there for Brazil, led by Dantas. Canada spinning away. Samuelson for 3. Too strong. Dolson with the rebound. Gumbawale. Now weaving her way. Samuelson again for 3. Indeed. Can't give her too many open opportunities.
That's her. She have 3 of 5. 3 of 6. She's shooting 50%. Shoot or shoot. That's what she's there for.
Yeah, finally finding the range. Canada's 6 assists. Dantas driving in, taking the contact and finishing. Maybe Lou Samuelson took a hard hit there.
These have been one of the most physical games we've seen in the tournament.
No question. They are banging.
Beautiful high-low.
Fouls to Dolson, and that was a gorgeous pass, as you mentioned.
Usually it's Tina and fouls, and now it's fouls and pass the ball to Dolson. So many options.
Dantas watched by Dolson. Dolson again doing a good job of staying down, but then the seas parted for Dos Santos. An easy layup inside. Credit Carissa Dos Santos coming into this game. Was used to starting, has come off the bench due to the size advantage that Team USA has, and she's provided some energy for Brazil. At 3 there by Gumbawale, no good. Nice feed by Goncalo to Ramona.
It's Brazil's 15th turnover, assist of the game.
6 now for Ramona. Olivia Nelson-Ododa waiting to check in at the next whistle for Team USA. Canada is fouled by Goncalo. Stephanie Dolson will sit. You see the last foul. Goncalo trying to use her body a little bit. Get in front of Canada, and then Dos Santos with the easy layup. Erica De Sosa checking back into the game. Dantas will leave with 4 fouls. Both teams will be off tomorrow before they play again on Saturday in the semifinals. Canada knifing in. Well, Jordan Canada has had a layup drill this evening.
She had 15.6 assists.
Most of them coming in the paint. Speaking of points in the paint, there's De Sousa. A nice move. These two teams do see each other again in the finals. De Sousa has presented a problem that Team USA will have to solve. If that is the matchup, Goncalo, Ramona. She finds Goncalo open for 3. No good. De Sousa pulls it down inside over Nelson-Ododa, and they wrestle. The youngest player on the floor and the oldest player on the floor battling for the ball. De Sousa, 38 years of age. Nelson-Ododa, 19.
She can be her daughter. Amazing.
She still has it, though, as you can see inside with that nice layup.
She is incredible. Incredible.
Talked about Tina Charles being a stalwart for Team USA as a travel there with Brittany Sykes. De Sousa has been a constant presence for Brazil and their national team.
She's very competitive, too. Play by play, she's very competitive.
So a replay of that last travel call. She's battling Sylvia Fowles down low. That pass behind her.
Sylvia knows she can let De Sousa catch the ball. She needs to front her. Because once De Sousa gets the ball, there will be some kind of foul trouble, probably again, and she already have 4.
The next one she will have to sit and watch. Samuelson inside. Nelson Adota's double teamed. She's looking for help, finds it in fouls. Good ball movement by Team USA leads to a Sykes 3. Can't get it to go. And De Sousa pulls it down. Pacheco inside to Dos Santos. Nice sweep. Count it, and the foul. It's a gorgeous move by Dos Santos. Here it is on the replay. Nelson Adota got caught reaching out. Dos Santos has had a
She had a
nice
shy
game.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the game she wasn't doing much, but she wasn't playing that much because the Sousa and Dantas duo was working for Brazil, so she wasn't playing that much. After the substitution starts, then she's getting some minutes.
Sykes in the lane, can't get it to go over Ramona. The play of De Sousa, though, is positive. Last touch there by Brazil. Goncalo knew it right away.
It's number 13.
But the play of Dos Santos has been incredible in this one. It's a good positive for them as they look to move forward, get ready for semifinal action on Saturday. They will play most likely Canada, who is the #1 seed in Group A. Canada plays next, play the Dominican Republic. They're 3-0 right now. Ramona tried to save that one, couldn't. Gumbawale, Euro stepping her way to the tin, can't get it to go. Goncalo will push the other way. Nice bounce pass ahead to Pacheco, and that's Sylvia Fowles' last foul. She will leave the game. Just 2 points, 4 rebounds for Sylvia Fowles. Tina Charles will check in to replace her. So next time we'll see Sylvia Fowles will be on Saturday in the semifinals.
Everybody rests tomorrow. It's a free day.
They'll likely play Puerto Rico, host Puerto Rico. That will be an intense game. Team USA here, Puerto Rico in San Juan on Saturday afternoon. And you know.
Yeah, it's going to be packed.
Fans are going to be out in full force.
And tomorrow for the players will be a day to know the Morro, El Viejo San Juan, going around a little bit, knowing this beautiful island.
I'll certainly take it in. I'm planning on going to Old San Juan. Enjoy the sights and scenes out there. For now, we have 4:15 remaining in this one. Charles and Sykes tries to work the give and go. Sykes can't believe that they say it was last touched by her. Referees will talk about it. And we'll stay on this side with 12 to shoot. Neither team happy with that last call. Let's see it on the replay. Couldn't really see who touched it last there, but it's Team USA ball. Charles fired it inside to the Shields, who finds Katie Lou for 3, no good. De Sousa vacuums in another board. Costa back on the floor here with Teixeira. It's the second time we've seen the ball squirt through a Brazilian player's hands, but they say it was last touched by Samuelson. Samuelson said that she didn't touch it at all. Sosa sets the screen for Costa. It's a 3 by Dos Santos. She can't hit that. It's the only thing we haven't seen her do is knock down a triple this afternoon. The Shields. Runs into De Sosa. Almost lost control of the ball. Santos pokes it out of the hands of Nelson Adoda. And a double foul called underneath as Costa and Tina Charles were wrapped up.
It's been physical.
It really has.
The whole tournament, it's been physical. FIBA basketball is that way, but this game in specific, the
Yes.
trainers will have a tough job. After this.
Third foul for Da Costa. The Shields at the buzzer. Their ball will go the other way, and you see body still hitting the floor,
Even
even
off the ball.
away from the basketball.
Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy here.
You're right, the trainers are going to have to be busy after this one. Well, you played in a tournament like this. Was it as many games in a row when you played in the FIBA Americas?
Yes, yes. It was just a day off, like they are having it.
It's like playing in something like this when you only have the one day off to really rest your body. And a minimum of 4 games. How did you go through it? How did you go through it?
How did I go what?
Go through it with your body.
We didn't have that. It wasn't back in the 90s. It was nothing like now. These teams now have trainers and doctors and massage people and everything. Back then, you just need to recover. Period. Just take a warm bath and wait until the next day. But these days everything is so different. These girls are so well taken care of.
Sykes finishing above everybody there. That was a gorgeous play. Can't complete the 3-point play. Didn't matter because
Nice.
Tina Charles
Uh-oh.
finishes it with the layup and started grabbing her right hamstring. Dawn Staley looking over at her bench. She's going to call Stephanie Dolson to come and replace Tina Charles. It's the worst thing that could happen at this point in a game like this is lose someone to injury. Teixeira for 3. Got it. Can't leave her alone. She was quiet in this one. Had all 4 of her points to that point in the first half. That's her first 3 here in the second. 2:10 to play. Sykes pulls up for 2 there. Line drive shot doesn't fall. Costa will push. Dantas. A pull for 2 in the face of Charles. Can't get that one to go, and look at Sykes. Flying back the other way, and she'll pull it back out and run a set. Still trying to poke at it. Sykes got it back. Feed inside to Charles. Left hand finish in the lane. Coach Luis Neto will call timeout with 1:20 to play. Tina Charles with 15. That will be the end of her night as Stephanie Dolson comes into the game. It's a 17-point lead. Late here in the 4th quarter, Team USA rolling. Timeout on the floor.
Come with the ball, though. Okay, let's finish this game out. All right,
Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3.
finish. Hey, go pro. Go pro, nigga.
Você é 5. É isso, são os standings. Aqui, saiu.
There's Tina Charles. Her night is done. 15 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for her. Saw the small tweak holding her right hamstring. She's all smiles at the moment. The day off for Team USA tomorrow, and they'll get set to either play Canada or Puerto Rico, most likely Puerto Rico for a spot in the finals on Sunday. See if Brazil could close this one out on a positive note. They'll likely play Canada on Saturday. And we can see this rematch potentially on Sunday for the gold medal. Dantes driving in strong, blocked by Nelson Adota. She's the only one that hasn't scored right now for Team USA in the game. Khadija Sessions is the only one that hasn't played yet. Sykes weaving her way through traffic. Oh my goodness, what a play by Brittany Sykes. Here is Costa. Tati Pacheco. Teixeira. Teixeira steps back, fires. It's a tough shot. The defense there by Diamond DeShield. She's done a good job on Patty Teixeira all afternoon. Five-second difference between shot and game clock. The U.S. will have to take one more. Costa not letting Sykes get free at all. Here's Dolson. 5 to shoot now. Dolson will put it on the deck. Offensive foul. Good move there. Or good defense there by Dos Santos. Nelson can't believe it. That's her 4th foul. Under 10 to play here. Oh no. Dantas ends the game with a 3-point shot, but the Shields twisted her ankle on the way down. She got up, grimacing. And Brazil will end the game on a positive note. 89-73. Team USA undefeated in group play. They're the #1 seed in Group B. Brazil got a taste of what it's like to play the best team in the world. They now know the level they have to play at if they plan on taking home the gold medal. The favorites right there in the circle. And group play at 4-0. They wave to the crowd here. All smiles all around. But for Brazil, what do you take away from that game?
It was a beautiful game. USA, DeShield was amazing today. Canada also, and Tina Schultz with 15 and 10. They rebounded. Brazil 48-24. And if you see at the percentage of the field for both teams, they both did very alike. There you go. You know, 64, 50%. The big difference was that Brazil had 14 turnovers and the USA made 19 points from those turnovers. On the other hand, we got to talk about De Sousa. 13 points, 4 rebounds. She was amazing today. And Dantes. Dantes was big today. She played like she is from the WNBA. She was big time today. That 2-3 zone looked very good from Brazil when they were there. But as we said, these two teams might face each other again. So I think they kept some things to, you know, high in their pockets for the next one.
They certainly did. Canada was watching. We'll see Canada in a few minutes take on the Dominican Republic. Brazil will likely play them on Saturday in the semifinals. Puerto Rico will play later on this evening against Cuba to close things out. They will likely play Team USA in the semifinals on Saturday. All right, there's the top scorers in the game. Diamond DeShield led the way with 19 points for Team USA. Dantes, as you mentioned, 16 a game, team high for Brazil. We'll leave you with the highlights now from this one. Thanks for joining us. For Natalia Melendez of Carlin Gay, we will see you in a few for Canada versus the Dominican Republic.